everyone, so we are back with the series, and today we will discuss the end semester examination of data science paper solution. So first question is, how unstructured data is transformed into a format suitable for the machine learning models. So before that, we will understand what is the unstructured data. So unstructured data such as text, images or the videos must be converted into structured numerical format. So unstructured data is text or the images, audio, okay, and so unstructured data must be converted into structured numerical formats for the machine learning, and it involves several steps, which first is like text cleaning. Text cleaning is basically to remove irrelevant characters like punctuations, html tags, etc., and convert text to lowercase. And when you will perform these two steps, then your text will be clean. After that, tokenization is basically split text into individual words or the tokens, okay. After the stop word removal, so remove common words like the, is, etc., which do not add significant meaning. After the lemmatization of the stemming, so reduce words to their root forms, like if example running, then convert that word to into its base word, that is the run. If the word is like stolen, then convert that word into its base word, which is like stole. After that, feature extraction. So in the feature extraction, you have to use techniques like TF-IDF. So TF-IDF is basically used to convert text into sparse numerical vectors weighted by the term importance. After that, word embeddings, that is the dense vector representations, and structured format. So structured format is like represent data as a numerical vectors or array for the machine learning algorithm, okay. After that, just a second. Importance of legal classification in the grievance redressal. So legal classification plays a crucial role in the grievance redressal by streamlining process, that is automates or categorization of complaints into appropriate legal categories, that is if we take an example of the IPC section. After that, improved accuracy, so reduce human error in classifying complaints. After that, faster resolution, prioritize and routes complaints to the correct department, ensure fairness, provides consistent handling of grievances, and enhances scalability, that is handles large volumes of complaints efficiently. After that, how TF-IDF or the word embedding can be used to extract features from the complaint text. First is TF-IDF. Its purpose is to identify important words in the complaint by assigning weights based on their frequency in the document and rarity across the corpus. Example for the complaint: theft of the mobile phone. TF-IDF highlights theft and mobile are the important terms. After that, the word embeddings. So in the word embeddings, the purpose is, okay, maps around purpose is map words into dense vector capturing semantic relationships. Example, word like theft and robbery will have similar embeddings, allowing models to generalize better. So both methods help in transforming better complaints text into a format suitable of the machine learning classification. After that, the next question was that we have to discuss about the life cycle of a data science project. So there were many stages were given. On total 9 stages were given. Like first of all, you have to define the problem, then what was the objective to define the problem. So its objective was like clearly understand and define the business problem or environment for the real world use. After that, key details of the task, problem statement, expected outcomes, like what can task can come in that to define a problem, scope of the project, devices for deployment. After that, what tools or the libraries you can use, here is like NA problem specific discussion, okay. After that, the next was like data collection, okay. The next stage was data collection. So its objective is to gather data from relevant sources, and its key details are like collect structured, semi-structured or the unstructured data from the various sources. And tools or the libraries we can use over here are the SQL APIs, web scraping, Python. In the Python we can use the library pandas. After that, data exploration and the pre-processing is the next stage, and its main objective is that you have to analyze and clean data to make it usable for the modeling. And what are the key details and the tasks which are included in the data exploration and pre-processing is like handling missing values, outliers detections, and exploratory analysis like Python pandas or the matplotlib, seaborn, such libraries you can use in the Python, or you can use a library here, you can use the R library here. After that, the next stage is feature engineering. So basically in the feature engineering, its main objective is select or create features to improve model performance, and its key detail is like feature selection, extractions, and the transformations. And you can use various libraries here, Python library, that is the sklearn, or the some you can use some sort of the feature tools libraries. After that, the next stage is model selection and the buildings. Its main objective is choose and build machine learning models based on the problem. After that, its key details is like select algorithms, train models, and the tune hyperparameters. And some tools or libraries which you can use here, there's the Python. In the Python you can use sklearn library. After that, the next stage is stage is model evaluation. So in the model evaluation, its main objective is that to assess the model's performance on the unseen data. And you can use matrices like accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score. And you can again use some library of the Python, that is the sklearn, matplotlib. After that, the model deployment is the next stage, that is the seventh stage of the our data science project. And its objective is to deploy the model into a production. Okay, and just a second. After that, you can use APIs or the cloud service or the edges. And here you can use like the tools or the libraries which you can use for the model deployment are the Flask, Fast API, or the AWS, Docker. After that, eighth stage is monitoring and maintenance. So its main objective is monitor the deployed models performance and update as necessary. What are the key details and the tasks which you can use over here? That the track drift, to retrain models and handle feedback loops. And the tools or the libraries which you can use for the monitoring and maintenance are Grafana, Python scripts. Or for the next stage is communication and reporting, like share finding and insights with the stakeholders. You can create visualization dashboards and the reports, or the report that you can use Tableau, Power BI, Python. Here are many tools for the communication and the reporting. And here are matplotlib in library, which is a library of the Python, which also allows the for the which also allows the some features of it for the communication and the reporting. So this table covers the essential stages of the data science project life cycles, and can be adapted based on the specific nature of the project and its requirement. So let me know if you need any further elaboration or any stage. Okay, after that, question number 3, explain the role of text mining in automating grievance redressal system. List the key steps involved in the pre-processing unstructured text data. So its answer is like text mining automates grievance redressal system by extracting meaningful information from the unstructured text data. Example like the complaints or the feedbacks. And how it contributes, like automated categorization. In the automated categorization, text mining classifies complaints into predefined categories. Example like service issues, theft, etc., without any manual intervention, helping route them to the right department quickly. After that, sentiment analysis. In the sentiment analysis, identifies the tone of the complaint, positive, negative, neutral, and enabling prioritization of the urgent or the high priority issues. After that, the next topic, which is like the efficient query handling. So for the efficient query handling, automatically identifies key information. Example like the complaint type, location, issue. So to resolve queries or the trigger appropriate actions. After that, pattern recognition, that detects trends or recurring issues, helps to improving services or resolve frequent variances. Or next is improved accuracy, so reduces human errors in interpreting or the classifying complaints, ensuring consistent responses and efficient problem solving. Okay, and next we will discuss what are the key steps involved in pre-processing unstructured text data in the brief. So first is text cleaning, which we already knew about it. Second is tokenization, which is like split text into the individual words of the tokens for the further analysis. After that you have to remove stop words. After that you have to perform your lemmatization of the stemming. Okay, like you have to reduce words to their root forms. After that vectorization, you have to perform the vectorization. Vectorization says convert text into a numerical format using methods like TF-IDF for the word embeddings to prepare data for the machine learning tools. Okay, so after this step, okay, so these steps are essential for like transforming raw unstructured complaint data into a clean structure format suitable for the automated processing, classification and responses generation. Now next question number 4 is like explain the key differences between clustering and hierarchical clustering algorithm, which are basically part of a clustering. So and what are the 10 advantages of the hierarchical clustering over k-means when visualizing cluster relationship. Okay, so first we will discuss about the difference between the k-means clustering and the hierarchical clustering. So first of all, on the basis of the clustering approach, k-means clustering follows centroid based approach, and on the other side hierarchical clustering form top to down or the bottom to up approach. And in k-means clustering there are the already predefined clusters, like k clusters must be specified in the k-means clustering, but there is no need of predefining the clusters in the hierarchical clustering after that cluster shape. So k-means clustering works best with the spherical clusters, but on the other hand hierarchical clustering can handle arbitrarily shaped clusters. Okay, now we'll discuss on the next feature is output. So k-means clustering flat partition of data into k clusters. Okay, and hierarchical clustering generates an outputs on dendrogram, which is the tree structure showing cluster hierarchy. Now next is initialization. So sensitive k-means clustering is sensitive to initial centroid selection, whereas no initial selection is required in hierarchical clustering. Now we will discuss the next feature, that is the handling outliers, that is the sensitive to outliers. Just a second. Okay, yes, handling outliers, sensitive to outliers, that outliers affect centroids in the k-means clustering, whereas in the hierarchical clustering more robust to outliers, and outliers are merged with the nearest clusters. And next feature is scalability, that is like k-means clustering is better for the large data set, whereas a hierarchical clustering is not ideal for the large data set, but it is ideal for the small data set. After the cluster relationship, it does not provide information on cluster hierarchy, that is the k-means clustering, but hierarchical clustering shows relationship between clusters in the form of the dendrogram. After that we will discuss the advantages of hierarchical clustering over k-means when visualizing cluster relationship. So like first is dendrogram relationship. Hierarchical clustering produces a dendrogram which visually shows the hierarchical structure of the clusters, and this allows you to understand how clusters relate to each other at the different levels of the granularity, which is not possible with the k-means. Now next advantage is no need of predefined clusters, like unlike k-means which requires a number of clusters, that is k, to be predefined, hierarchical clustering allows the user to decide the number of clusters at any level of cutting by the dendrogram. Now next is better insight into cluster relationship. Okay. Huh. Next advantage is better insight into cluster relationship. So hierarchical clustering gives a clearer view of how clusters are nested within each other, providing a deeper understanding of similarities and differences between clusters. Next is flexibility with arbitrary cluster shape. So hierarchical clustering can handle complex shapes of clusters, unlike k-means which assume clusters are spherical. So this flexibility allows hierarchical clustering to represent real world data accurately. So in the summary, In summary, so hierarchical clustering excels in providing a visual and intuitive representation of how clusters are related, which can be particularly useful in understanding the structure of the data. And K-means, while efficient for the large data set, does not offer this level of insight into cluster relationship. So here we have discussed total 5 questions of the Sem exam. So this was the explanation of the data science and semester uh, paper. Okay, its solution, we have discussed its solution and all the questions. So thank you everyone.